that way, but into Necro, it's damn.
Like, there's so much like counter picking for your own team in this game.
Yeah.
You also like pick Terrorblade into Grimstroke. If this game goes late, Grimstroke potentially can get that Aghanim Scepter. You know, like you make the replication of TB. It's super strong, and just like TB loves to play on low HP against the Necro. I'm not sure if that's doable.
Yeah,
So,
all the heroes, TB, Slarks, all these heroes that like to get low and then pop a spell to save themselves.
you know
they
what?
don't work
I'm
versus
gonna
Necro.
say something stupid.
As
I want to
always.
see, I want to see some like sniper mid.
Or Zeus mid.
Zeus is also fine.
Zeus
Like something that
looks
can
solid.
outrange that Prophet, because they don't have any gap closers. The only gap closer they have is Mars, but he needs a Blink Dagger.
I would love actually. They don't have anything to kill the egg, but okay, Storm they go with. Hero that eliminates Phoenix before the egg even happens. Also pretty decent versus the Terrorblade to jump on top of him. That Prophet can be a problem though. You have
All
that
right, I can
silence.
see where Lizard is going. You know, even though he's praising RNG, he likes to
But-
score
Gonna
pick,
go with
but
But
he will
but-
go with EHOME, right?
I just like these, you know, like twists in the story.
sure, yeah, keep us on our toes.
Exactly. I'm not sure. I actually like the Lifestealer more right now. I'm gonna. I don't like the Necro, but I'll go with RNG. I think they're just way more solid, even though the team fight of EHOME looks better.
I like him. I love me some double Reaper sight, man. RNG for me. I just want to see if Bane gets more than 2 saves with the Nightmare on Reaper sight, like they might win it. This is it. I'm pulling off a Lizard here.
But no, I'm also going RNG. I think Sylar, I don't know, he's been underwhelming for me. And if he dies and falls behind in lane, with Juggernaut you can come back. Terrorblade does not come back nearly as easily. So I'm skeptical if he can pull it off. And they pretty much just picked it for the Lifestealer. What's he going to do against this Necrophos? Homie doesn't want to build a Nullifier. Who's going to deal with Ghost Shroud? It's a lot on the shoulders of the supporting staff from EHOME, but Black is an authority on these types of carry hero picks. What do you think about this draft that EHOME have cooked up here, Black?
Well, if Dota was 1v1, I would go EHOME, but since it's not, I'm going RNG.
Okay. Fair enough.
A very
Teacup,
deep analysis, I gotta say.
As always.
Can you give me more than 5 words to justify your reasoning?
He's the wrong guy
that's
to ask
one.
about that.
No, I cannot.
No, I cannot.
EHOME.
You're going EHOME, okay.
Yeah, you guys all win RNG. That's
Yeah, but why do you
come
think EHOME is going to win if we all go RNG? We have our reasoning.
It's true. Give us a justification.
on. The secret analysis I do. It's
tea
very
leaves?
top secret.
The coffee
Secrets.
beans?
Well, it was the clouds this time, and I just didn't
Oh.
want to say it out loud because you guys.
I mean, I
may
don't see
think
any
I'm-
clouds
Not
here.
in
What do you
here. I
mean?
had,
Look,
you
they're
know, 5
clouds.
Do you
minutes to
not
walk
see our
outside.
set design here? We're here
Yeah,
in
I
the
was
town
using those
square.
clouds. Oh, those are actually good clouds to use.
Oh.
See that cloud right there?
Why
behind
didn't
it?
you use this guy here next to me? This guy.
What? Yeah, but it's hard to talk to statues. It's a lot easier to read clouds, dude.
It's a lot easier to talk about Dota. Let's
Yeah.
lend you into game number 3 with B-Cup and Black.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Good luck, have fun.
Oh, so you're thinking EHOME. Like, I just thinking EHOME or you just want to be a rebel?
I'm thinking EHOME.
So you don't want to be a rebel?
No, I went through that phase in my life already.
Okay, so why EHOME? What do you think?
Why EHOME?
DP nerfed, Phoenix nerfed, Mars nerfed, TB nerfed. Bane, though.
Bane, though.
Bane buffed.
I don't know. I always have faith in TBs. They've got some pressure they can put on, some reach once they get a Blink Dagger there. Control seems decent.
It's a very
Their
scary
team
matchup,
fight
though,
sounds good.
into the Necro.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really ever get the Sunder off because it's going to get Reapered.
Maybe I just got to see
The power
Necro
of-
first.
the
I
power
have
of
to see the
Necro?
power of Necro first.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Necro has been out of the meta since forever. Only starting to get picked up again this patch. Got some quite good buffs. I think it's a very strong hero now.
Remember ancient farming Necro?
Yeah, you just stood there for 5 minutes and did nothing.
My brother did that. It's so frustrating to watch.
That's why he's not your brother anymore, I see.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it happens to everybody, man. Many
I have an
relationships
extra.
break over Dota.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you support me better, man?
I have an extra brother, so it's okay.
I'm trying my best.
He did that. He was just dead to me, and that's what I sound like too.
Yeah, you're
I
dead to
try
me,
my
bro.
best. I'm just trying to support you.
If your best is not good enough, you're dead to me.
At one point, he did get pretty decent at like the stacking and getting it
Better
to
than
be
you or
pretty.
worse?
Worse, I would say.
Of course. That's any Dota player's response.
But he's not listening to this, so I just get away with saying he's worse.
Yet. I have him on the line right now, so.
Ooh. Do you have international calling?
Yeah. Is he jacked?
Not that brother.
Okay.
He's getting there, though. He's getting there.
All right, then you gotta be careful. Talking about Dota, though, this TB realistically should have a very, very tough lane against the Necrophos Earth Spirit.
Right.
Bane can probably help a little bit until like level 2 or 3, but then also Bane can't fight this Necro anymore alone. They will have a window with a meta where they could potentially kill him once. But yeah, ultimately this Necro should be taken over the lane. Mars against Lifestealer is pretty Lifestealer favorite, of course, once you get that feast up. Rage is really good against Phoenix, also late game. They don't really have too many tools against that Rage, other than the Fiend's Grip.
What about Lifestealer has brought him back into the meta?
I mean, it's mainly the Feast change. Because it now deals pure damage on Feast every hit, like it did back then. It's a very good ability now. And just overall, of course, very tanky, very good against most of these melee offlaners. It's a hero in a pretty good spot right now, I'd say.
We're going to see a lot more of it. Is it going to find itself being one of those carries that gets picked up high percentage-wise?
So the thing is, it's still not a hard carry, right? It's a good carry, but it still gets outscaled by a lot of heroes. Like, Terrorblade will outscale him super hard also. It's more picked in conjunction with like more greedy mid laners, like the Storm. Simply because you can sustain yourself, your support can move more freely, and like you take some burden off the mid lane's shoulders.
So it's not a lineup where he's supposed to be the end-all, be-all. It's supposed to be more of a 5-hero kind of, we do this together lineup.
Yeah, I mean, he does deal a ton of damage once he's like 4 or 5 slotted. It's just he doesn't farm as fast as other carries.
Roll in and the kick.
Yeah.
Puts Sylar in a pretty bad spot, but they've got the Nightmare on to Flyby.
1 healing salve remaining on the Bane, gives it to the TB. But that's all he has. Like, after this, you know.
It gets tougher.
Yeah, Necro has infinite regen, basically.
Yeah, he'll always feel pretty confident in terms of just being in the lane.
If that roll connects... No, he doesn't even try for it. Okay. Storm Spirit just getting the bounty rune.
And he could have a pretty big timing as well. Because the last Storm we saw, obviously in this series, had a 10-minute Orchid. Oh, that's a great timing. If that can happen again, about that 10, 11, 12-minute mark, I would say probably both the Phoenix and Bane feel like food here. Ooh, they roll in on X Nova.
Here's a stick and a mango.
Does he turn this on to Felix at all?
Oh, the Korea. Okay, good. Oh, Phoenix DPing actually.
Yeah, they're
they
going to
want
look
to
for
get
the
this
Icarus
first blood.
dive. Icarus on to Felix. They're still chasing. X Nova with the right clicks, trying to get denied by the neutrals. The roll.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Fade gets the kill.
That now, though, leaves Mars very vulnerable. 1v2. This Grimstroke Lifestealer have a lot of kill threat on this guy. He needs to be careful.
Trying to get the pull. Not going to be able to get that, but it wouldn't.
All right, they're controlling both water runes here. So Storm. He does get the bottle refill from the Earth Spirit, of course, but no water rune for him. Which kind of acts like a big fairy fire in some situations.
Right.
Especially like during a tower dive, you suddenly pop that. You're like, oop, 200 health, because you can pop fairy fire and the water bottle at the same time.
Wow. That feels really...
It's really
Really
good.
good.
I turned around so many fights because of that.
Right.
Just nobody expects it. Because it's like a third of your health bar.
Well, you think it's just because it's pretty new right now and people just aren't used to it
It's
yet?
definitely new, yeah. Like people won't dive you when you have that. Storm jungling, but Phoenix on his tail. Doesn't want to let him get a free 6.
He needs to be careful quite a bit. He does have Icarus dive. You just don't want to deal with giving up your life like that.
TB.
Sylar under the tier 1 tower.
Pulse in 2.
There's no way that Sylar gets out of this one, and there's the kill.
And now look at that
Flyby.
regen
Oh,
on
boy.
him. 40 health regen, 40 mana regen for
That's-
8 seconds.
Disgusting.
Yeah. This is why we all hate Necro. Except the guy that plays it.
Yeah.
X Nova also in here. He doesn't have a TP. He needs to be a little bit careful.
God, remember when you were just dead forever against Necro?
Yeah, and he couldn't buy back with the axe upgrade.
bring that back.
No,
Yeah.
thanks.
How much playtime do you think he would see if that Axe got changed back?
He'll probably be the first pick every game.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, this Axe upgrade just won you games, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't buy back for over 2 minutes? All right.
It would just be the instant siege.
Oh, Super and Felix. Liberal position here. Sleep onto the Grimstroke, but no follow-up.
Spirits, but
Has a dive. But
they do have
Flyby
the dive
moving
that
in.
could stick with him. Flyby is going to make this one a little bit more dangerous.
A little bit. Exorcism was also popped in mid lane. Only dealt about 700 damage to the tower. Rune bottom, Invis. For
Back
Mr.
over the
Storm.
mid tower.
Yeah, taking quite a bit of damage here.
Yeah, with the siege creep too, you're really giving up a lot of damage onto this mid tier 1.
Yep, 1300 health lost on that one. And TB is now just full-time jungle. Triple Wraith Band. Not something we usually see. It's a lot of Wraith Bands.
Yeah, triple Wraith Band with the Gloves of Haste.
Yeah,
Not feeling great being put into the jungle right like that. Ooh, they're going to go after this Phoenix, and he's got Icarus dive. The question is, can they stick with him? Felix now spotting X-Nova.
I just want to be pressuring the top tower here. And there's no hero right now that can really stand against the Necro. So it's very hard to defend the top tower, and looks like it will just fall eventually. Taking chip damage every creep wave.
What does Flyby go for in this game?
He definitely needs a hood. There's too much magic damage coming out from the Phoenix and the Mars, as well as the DP. So he needs a hood, and then there's a couple of builds. Could go hood Greaves, could go pipe Greaves, but like mech is the pretty core item on him.
Just gets a free tower like that.
Yeah, they can't
Man.
contest him right now. Necrophos also has his hood completed already, so he's gonna be one tanky boy.
These heroes want a decent chunk of farm on EHOME. You're going to lose that tier 1 top. You're going to lose the tier 1 mid eventually. If you're not too careful, your map's going to shrink. TB wants a lot of farm. I mean, Mars is going first item BKB. Death Prophet's looking for Yules. Not too expensive. You can get something done, but you still need like 1 or 2 more for Death Prophet, I would say.
Yeah, on the bright side though, the Lifestealer is getting pressured quite hard by the Mars in terms of CS. Like, he actually has less net worth than the Mars, and TB is somewhat free farming now in the jungle with the greedy item build he went for. And we spoke about the carry matchup. It's terrible for Lifestealer.
Yeah, so this could still work out for EHOME throughout the next few minutes or so. They need to be very careful on how much space they're giving, especially how much space they're going to give towards pressure on the tier 1.
Yeah, definitely. Like, they can't just give up map control for free, but now Exorcism is up again.
Ooh, interestingly enough, Storm's not going into the Orchid. He's going Kai at first.
Yeah, it's the greedy version.
Binding with the Vortex, they've got the
Double
Ink
damage.
Swell, and with the double damage, they don't even need that, and they'll get the kill onto X-Nova. It's super. Getting the Courier, D-Stone's getting the kill onto X-Nova.
So Kaya first is very greedy, but he also knows that DP is most likely going to go for Yules. TB is going to go for Manta probably. And Mars, I mean, he doesn't know that, but he's going first item BKB, so that Orchid won't be super useful there either. We'll see if he goes Kaya, Orchid, or just straight into Bloodstone.
Would he go Bloodstone back into Orchid?
I mean, I'm not a big fan of not going Orchid straight away if you plan to go for it anyways, because you have a lot of like pressure timings that you just lose if you go for other items first.
Right.
So generally, we would just like see a Bloodstone into like a BKB, something like that. But like Orchid, like I mean, Storm without Orchid just doesn't feel the same. Like there's no solo kill threat on the map at all.
It's not like that snowball-y route where you could just get a couple of kills with that Orchid, and all of a sudden, well, you know, you've got 2K more gold.
Oh, good dodge on the spear there.
They're looking. Oh, XM.
He's
You
out of
need to make
mana on
sure that
Storm.
you could do something with this. D-Stones, though, with no mana.
Oh, it's a
trying
huge
to run
arena.
Great arena. This is going to go poorly if they're not too careful. They use that Infest to try and keep these heroes alive, and they will use that Reaper Scythe. It doesn't get a kill, and they look over at God King. He's dead, too. So he comes over, uses the Infest. It keeps someone else alive, but he loses his life for it. Now he loses his Courier. And a tier 1.
Yeah, this is a super game-winning move by EHOME here. The way they played this, they used a lot of ults got no kills on the EHOME side, and now they're up 2k gold. Map is pretty wide open for them. We can see the team fight here again. They try to burst the DP, but Storm zips in with no mana at all. Massive arena on 4.
God,
like, this is
perfect.
super game winning here. And they Reaper the DP, but it's not even close to dying. And yeah, like, they gotta be really careful how they take these fights. One more of those, and the game is gone.
Man, that Reaper seems so preemptive.
Yeah, I mean, they just expected a little bit more burst damage, but the biggest problem was really they forced it too much. Like, Storm had 300 mana, then he jumped onto the DP, one pull, couldn't even put a Remnant down.
Man, that is overestimating your
Terrorblade,
hand.
though.
Terrorblade, silence, magnetize. He's not even moving.
Sunder.
He's trying to get the Sunder off. And he stays close enough to Felix where he can. And the Sunray helps him stay alive. And then he's got the Sunder, Icarus dive and a kill onto the Earth Spirit. Now, RNG, they also lose the Grimstroke. This is turning into just throwing bodies and losing them.
There's just nothing working out for RNG here. Terrorblade lived with, what, 80 health? The Dragonlance pickup saved him there massively. Of course, got buffed last patch again, giving you more agi. Yeah, I mean, EHOME is just, one step ahead right now.
Yeah, they really are. And that all comes from that mid-fight. Now they've got themselves a lead. Terrorblade, you said, is the better matchup against this Lifestealer. He may have troubles here against Flyby, but be honest, that last fight, we really didn't feel like if he uses the Reaper Scythe on anybody but the TB, are you really scared?
Boy, Fiend's grip top on the Lifestealer.
Man,
Easy kill.
if they get Lifestealer, this is big. God King gone, Chalice with another.
And they lost the bottom tower as well. They're just losing everything on the entire map right now.
EHOME's playing the map so well, and not just in a singular spot. They're playing the entirety of the map well.
And his Lifestealer is sitting at 4k net worth. Like, he is really poor. He's not having a game. He's countered by the carry matchup already. And usually when that happens, we can just see heroes like Lifestealer just be a non-factor the entirety of the game. This Terrorblade is going to be very scary.
Yeah.
They killed him once in the laning phase, but after that he has been free farming the entire game.
He got into the Dragonlance pretty quickly. Has those 3 Wraith Bands going Yasha next. He's going to feel quite strong. He's already working with 28 armor. God.
Lifestealer is going to be tickling him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going Kaya into BKB on Storm.
That's what you were saying.
That
Maybe it
looks
could be BKB.
terrible. Might be a necessity, but it looks terrible.
Doesn't give you that sense of
Threat at all.
yeah, threat, pressure of that the Orchid gives you.
I mean, imagine he went Orchid straight away, right? He would almost have it.
And he'd
TB
be
is
killing.
nowhere near close Amanta.
And he's dead in that fight in the triangle. You can kill the Bane. You can kill the Phoenix.
Yeah, not a big
just
fan
so
here
much
of
more
what D-Stones is
opportunity.
doing.
Yeah.
Might end up costing them. 4k lead now for EHOME. Mars, 400 gold away from the BKB. He will be virtually immortal once he has that. DP going for her own BKB. Yule's already completed. Game's looking rough. Looking real rough for RNG.
Chalice, he's going BKB first, so he doesn't have the Blink Dagger Arena. All right, Chalice. Trying.
That was close. Like, just 1 more millisecond, he's stuck in there. But that's Dota. Game of milliseconds.
They're really fractions there that make the difference.
Yeah, I mean, arena used, but they smoke up anyway. Okay.
It's not really that
They have a
long
grip
of a
again
cooldown.
on the Storm.
Oh, my God. D-Stone's getting caught. He's gone. Chalice with the kill.
And that's what Xnova was so
Patient
feared
for.
of. Like when he played at TI, he played Bane pretty much every game. His positioning in those trees is so damn scary for any core player. First he caught a Lifestealer, and then Storm.
Yeah, we could see Xnova really have a season here because I think in the last season he kind of struggled. EHOME as a whole struggled, I think. But,
Sure.
you get those patches where it's like your go-to heroes.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you give that much more.
Not only go to heroes, but also a keen optic. One of the best items, of course, on that Bane. Helping him to set up quite a lot of kills. Yeah, my question is just, what is his Lifestealer going to do this game? Like, DP, you can't really touch her, can't really touch TB. Mars has a BKB, can't really touch him. Who are you going to touch?
They smoked and they went to the triangle. And now they might be able to get a kill here on a God King. They've
my
left
God,
him
life,
alone.
They got slapped up.
He's Nightmare.
Spear.
He's hit with a spear. They've got the Exorcism. They left him alone. He's gone. And they went to the triangle. They didn't communicate that.
They're running into an exorcism here. They have to be careful.
This is a dangerous play, and one that if it doesn't go well, they're not going to be happy about. They've got the BKB from Chalice. They have themselves the arena as
egg
well
as
as
well.
the Supernova. Five Eyes just dead here. He's going to get out of this shroud and be killed off. Supernova pops and does stun him.
And
They've
not
got the
asleep.
sleep
Yeah.
right onto Felix Chauba, and this is going perfect for EHOME. RNG look lost, and they're not communicating well.
Well, that's why you're the analyst and we're just the sidekicks. Only
I tried.
person to choose EHOME.
I was like, oh my god, I'm getting a lot of credit here.
No, of course. You deserve it.
The Clouds deserve the credit on that one. I like EHOME's draft.
Draft was decent. It's just I did not expect the game to go like this.
Yeah,
At all.
I think after game one, it was also still hard to have faith in an EHOME when their draft doesn't feel better in a way.
Yeah. I mean, now it's just a problem. Storm is a snowball hero. He's going BKB first. All right.
And it's not coming fast.
It's not coming fast. Lifestealer has a Maelstrom. That's it. Minute 16.
Yeah.
TB already has his Manta Cell pretty much. And he's working with a Maelstrom only. Like, the gold difference is absolutely massive between those carries. Phoenix?
Phoenix is getting
Another
low
grip.
here, but they've got the Fiend's Grip, and it looks like he'll survive. Fiend's Grip keeps him alive. They get the kill into Super.
He drained
Now
all
might
his
turn
mana.
back around. He's got no mana left on D-Stone. Sunray is keeping X-Nova fine. They've got the Silence onto the Phoenix, but the Silence right back onto the Earth Spirit. He's going to try and roll out of this one. If they can get in front of him, he's dead. Ooh, the right
The
clicks,
urn?
and the Urn is going to tick enough. Yes, it will. Fade gets the kill into Felix. And it's 12-2 in favor of EHOME.
I mean, X-Nova is just... Like, on this Bane here, he's just a madman, dude.
Yeah.
He saved the Phoenix, gripped the Storm the full duration because he knows there's no roll, no silence, drains all his mana. And at the same time, Chalice kills the Grimstroke as well on double-pronged attack again on two sides. And the entire time, TB has been farming away. Can't go much better than that.
No, not really. When a patch comes out, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look through the patch from top to bottom, or are you immediately Control F, let me look for my heroes, and get excited?
Usually I look for my role or what's connected to my role, so like offlaners, carries, supports. But overall, you need to have a grasp on the whole patch, right? So you
Right.
gotta go through it eventually. Usually I just demo mode for a couple of hours and kind of get like a basic understanding of what's happening. Then you gotta go into the matchmaking game scrims to really see the power of those heroes. But there's like a lot of different mechanics, you know, that you won't know unless you demo mode it.
Yeah,
Big smoke up here, 4 heroes. Grip up in 20.
I used to Control F for Ancient Apparition, but he doesn't get buffed too much anymore.
Yeah, screw that hero.
God King spotted, and they don't
Left
commit.
alone.
And I think that's the difference between having the BKB and the Blink, but obviously the BKB has helped this Mars. So I can't really fault him for it. Oh, ball
he's jumping.
lightning. I don't know if he's got
okay.
enough space here.
No, he's good, he's good.
Again, there's no gap close. They don't have a Blink Dagger on Chalice.
Bane Illusion is getting a little bit spooky.
I want to see if he goes for this shard on X-Nova.
Or the AoE Brain Sap.
Catch him in an arena and AoE Brain Zap?
Yeah, potentially. I like this axe on Bane, actually. You create 2 illusions now that cast Fiend's Grip as well, instead of 1.
I rip through that tower. Yeah, the 2 illusions will be quite nice if he can get that axe. Obviously, that's
That's super
a
expensive.
pipe dream for a 5 position.
Yeah. So Terrorblade, next item, probably just a Skadi. Then he's nearing that unkillable territory.
Right.
You still got to bring him below half to kill him with the Reaper, but where's the damage going to come from?
And again, that comes with, can you commit to putting the Reaper Scythe onto Sylar? If you've got a Death Prophet that's running after you with the Exorcism, and you've got a Death Prophet that is about half health, do you Reaper the Death Prophet, or are you really trying your best to hold that Reaper Scythe and throw it onto the Terrorblade?
Yeah, it's a good couple of questions. I mean, DP also has BKB now, so that Reaper won't really be doing a whole lot. I mean, they just have no damage that goes through BKB, honestly. DP is pretty much immortal now. So is the Mars.
Try to find X Nova. They've got the silence with the geomagnetic grip, and I believe that Boulder Smash hit. They'll hit the roll. They'll get the kill. They'll take out X Nova. Space being
Finally.
created. 3 heroes down there.
The Menace has been stopped. He was setting up for the Storm again in the same area down there.
And he's done it a couple times.
Yeah, but this time he was like, oh my god, guys, help me. They're going for Roche.
While they're down bottom, yeah. I mean, they've got a great opening for this.
They're just outpacing them on the entire map. Like, the game understanding right now is way better than RNG's. There's not a whole lot RNG can do about this. Aegis and Terrorblade. Now he uses an Aegis Blade.
Reborn again.
And again.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess.
Yeah, never stops.
Just gets reborn over and over again. They'll go to the arena. They've got a spear that lands on a Felix Chaba. Sunray right on top of him. Chalice gets credit for the kill, and that is the 7th time he's been able to get a kill so far. 7-0-2. He's having a great game.
Yeah. 1v1 against the Lifesteal. Not the greatest matchup, not the worst, but he kind of stomped that matchup. He is sitting higher net worth than the DP even. Like, Chalice is owning. So rich.
He
Rich in
plays
personality, rich in gold.
True. A lot of gold on him. He plays with EHOME a lot more differently than he played with LGD. I think when he played with LGD, he was more sacrificial.
Yeah, he's definitely a lot more greedy now.
Yeah, he's a lot more greedy now, and I think he's
More confident too.
yeah. I'd really love to see coming into season 2, different teams have success. I love just seeing like the storylines, the drama.
We'll see. Both these teams are considered middle of the pack. You know, the Giants are still asleep in quarantine right now. Once they wake up, we'll see how both these teams do against them because, you know, they're the big boys. But it's always nice to see like 2 middle pack teams, you know, skirmish it out.
Could be the difference maker of a victory
Definitely.
later on in the season.
And EHOME definitely needs this win. I mean, so does RNG, of course, but you know, we were not impressed with EHOME in the first season. And of course, all these players want to do is impress the casters. Well, they don't care about TI.
That's second.
Yeah.
They're going to go to the high ground. They've got Aegis to play with.
I mean, they don't have Skadi yet, so... But where's the damage going to come? I mean, Storm has BKB. Okay, congrats, but what are you going to do with that? Oh, man. Like... You might have caught onto the drift already, but I really hate the Storm item build.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why.
I understand why, it's just...
God King.
How?
Early rage,
Or
and now
early
the
egg.
BKB, and they're going to look over and try to get the kill here on the Felix Chava. They'll get this Earth Spirit. I think the egg, they were trying to line up the timing on Rage, because he used it pretty early to walk in. They're going to infest Inkswell, try to go through with this. I don't know if that's going to be the right way to get in here.
No man on the Storm left.
And he's already used his BKB. Spear doesn't hit, Rage used.
XM very timid. I feel like EHOME is giving them a little bit too much respect. Like, I don't quite think they know how little damage they actually have right now. Because none of them itemized for any damage. Like, Necro is full survivability. So Storm. Lifesteal, I guess, a little bit. Oh, he's going straight into the Satanic after the Sage. Alright. Feeling the lifesteal.
It's
TB Skadi.
It's still, I would say, like, I like the way EHOME have played this game, but watching that last fight there, too, it's like 2 teams that are still a little bit sloppy with what they're doing, and maybe EHOME's not all the way
EHOME is
confident if they're not putting it all together.
I don't think they know how much ahead they are right now.
Yeah.
Because if they did, like, they would have definitely fought that. Now, double damage Terrorblade. He's just going to destroy this tower in no time. 100 damage per hit. Of course, 2,500 health. How much hits is that?
A lot.
25.
Okay.
Thank you. And now Meta. All right. What do you got, guys? What do you got? How do you defend this tower?
They got to have something because they're still working with the Aegis and then not going to go down anytime soon. Double damage, Metamorphosis.
Sunray.
You have to try and get in here, and they're going to use that Sunray. They've got the Vortex, but the Nightmare should keep TB healthy enough. They still pop the Aegis. He holds the Sunder. Now
They still have the Reaper as well.
Does RNG want to go in on this? They have the silence, they have the damage. Oh, yeah, they do. Sylar left alone on that. A little bit surprising that they started to run away and leaving their TV. I mean, he allowed that Aegis to just get popped so easily. He'll be the only one that they lose, but that's a big one because that holds the high ground. They did get the tier 3, but the racks are still there. EHOME, I'm surprised how willing he was to just let himself lose that Aegis and not Sunder.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is also EHOME chose to do this, you know? Like, they had no DP ult, they had no egg. And they chose to take a high ground fight like that. Like you said, they're playing a bit sloppy, and I think that's the best word to describe this kind of situation, because you're not forced to do anything, you know? You have that double damage, sure, but that doesn't mean you're forced to go high ground. Wait for your DP ult, wait for your egg. It's your strongest tools.
Right.
You can see it here again. It's just a free focus on the Terrorblade, as you said.
Yeah, he's getting Sunray here, but they've got the Euls, and then they just jump in for Sylar. The Vortex and the Nightmare, that's what made me think he was going to try and get a Sunder off.
But the Inkswell stunned him last second. And then his respawn, his entire team runs onto the Earth Spirit and kind of just, yeah.
Leaves him to die.
Leaves him to die, yeah. But that's the thing. You don't have Egg, you don't have Exorcism. They're not scary without it, you know? DP, alright, she's gonna drain you a little bit. Phoenix, well, okay, burn you here and there, but Supernova is really the thing that makes you run away, right?
Right.
So yeah, after that fight, TB is like, yeah, I don't want that to have happen again. Going straight into BKB. But it gave quite a bit of space to the Radiant heroes now. Satanic soon picked up on Lifestealer. Interesting item choice. Maelstrom Sage into Satanic. Can't say I've seen that a whole lot. Wow. Super actually has Aghanim Scepter. That could be a game breaker. If you get this illusion from the Terrorblade, Magic Immune. How did you get so much gold?
Yeah, he's really...
Dash, gold 2000.
I guess yeah. He's normally the 5, but I guess he's been taking a majority of the farm.
Sure did.
Because look at the difference between him and Felix.
So Storm going straight into an Axe. He's just playing full utility now. He's not planning on being, you know, any sort of damage or whatever. They're just looking for drawn-out fights here.
I wonder if TB will get Ags at any point in this game.
I think it's past the time where you want to get it, if you wanted to go for it. So he's probably just going to go like BKB into Satanic or something. Just play the sustain game.
Right.
Because if you can't get bursted, you're going to be good.
And the next Roche is second Roche, where
30 seconds.
we'll see that shard.
Yep. May respawn in 30. The shard, who's it going to go to? It's really good on Phoenix. Oh, he already bought his own.
Maybe Death Prophet?
DP shard is good. It fears now, after getting drained for, I think, 2 seconds.
Yeah. No,
No, 4
Siphon for
seconds.
4,
Yeah.
and then Feared for 2.
Yeah. That's a really good shot as well. And they smoked up as 4. TB TPing into the fight as well. But they're disengaging on RNG already.
Yeah, they all TP'd away. They've got that Ags on the Storm. I think the items are starting to get worrisome.
Yes, so the thing is the gold advantage is not really increasing. And it's usually a bad sign for the leading team.
Right.
Because it means the gold is stagnating. Lifestealer getting more items up, but the carry matchup is still terrible. Like, no matter how big a Lifestealer gets, he should never be able to contest a Terrorblade.
My question is he the one who's going to be contesting the Terrorblade?
If not him, then who is? Maybe himself.
Necro and Storm?
With that Dark Portrait.
Yeah.
Dark Portrait will be taken on the real Terrorblade. See who's stronger there. At this point, honestly, that might be the strongest tool they have. Because they have no damage against the Terrorblade otherwise.
Now that net worth is starting to trickle down. 7K.
But BKB now finished on TB, so he's going to feel very strong in that next fight.
They're coming up onto the high ground. This is a risk.
Super running in first.
Roll all the way to the back, and that's going to catch XM. They've got the Vortex to follow that up. They get the kill to the Death Prophet immediately. They'll take out Super. So let's see what RNG have. X-Nova taken out very quickly. Reaper Scythe is in. God King gone. Chalice falls. Look at the damage coming in from Sylar.
Yeah.
5-Eye
But Chalice also died.
gets away. Yeah.
That Reaper, he's dead for a long time. They lost 3 heroes. Sure, RNG also lost 3 heroes, but that's a 2k gold swing for them because they were quite far behind.
A lot of gold picked up. Now Storm going Shard too.
See it here again. Super kind of out of position, but XM also just gets blown up immediately with the lifesteal inside of him. And
Nothing
he didn't
to do.
react at all. He didn't BKB, he didn't Yules, even though he saw him zip in from quite far away. So XM definitely just needs to be ready. Like if he pops BKB there, he won't die. The fight will look very different.
If he just survives that initial onslaught.
Yeah, it's all about it, right? Storm bombs, or like lifestealer bombs rather. You don't kill the target right away.
It
Gonna be in
can
trouble.
turn.
Yeah. But you just saw it, like, TB was full health the entire fight with the lifestealer. Like, he didn't even touch him. He just got brought down super fast.
Now, EHOME, they had vision. C-Roche is up. They have double damage. They don't have meta, though, for 70 seconds. Gives an opportunity for RNG. They'll get some gold. They'll get maybe into their next item that can help them around this Roche pit. We'll see. But it also allows them to get, Reaper Scythe back off, cooldown. Lincoln's maybe for Storm. He's got the
He's
Axe
going
and the
Lincolns,
Shard
actually.
now.
Wow, he's going BKB, Axe, Lincolns. He's going full defense.
Yeah.
Like, he's playing Dark Souls, but going full vigor. Death Prophet. Ultimate Orb. Going into a Hex, I believe. That's what it looks like. Yeah, Death Prophet now Hex completed against the Storm. I don't really feel like the Sables were the problem, though. Like, I would have much rather like to see like an Aeon Disc or something, just so you don't die. Survive the initial initiation.
Yeah, maybe thinking that he doesn't need it going in with a BKB, but his
after
BKB
the
is only
last fight,
6.
After the last fight, does he need it or not? We'll see. This Grimstroke TB Eater is actually so strong. And fast.
God King, he might get jumped here.
Be very
Goes
careful.
into the Rage and...
Rage,
chasing.
almost over. 1 second. Oh, good disengage
was
here. Much
smart.
needed. Yeah.
Smart play.
Otherwise, he's going to die.
But now no Infest, that means no Infest Bomb for the next 40 seconds. That could allow EHOME to go into the pit and take this Roche.
Yep. Now has AC on the Mars. Further adding up to the physical damage of the Terrorblade. Good support item here.
Actually, I say there's no Infest Bomb. He's stayed invested in this Earth Spirit.
Yep, he did. And he has smoke, that was 5. Now 4. Now 3.
So a little hesitancy from EHOME going into Roche. Wisely, though.
I'm a little bit scared for this Death Prophet. He's very squishy. He has no armor. And he doesn't have an Aeon Disc.
He's got a Hex, though.
He does. Doesn't matter if you're dead, though.
True. Inkswell with the Infest. There's the roll all the way onto X-Nova. They're going to get the kill onto the Bane. They have the Spirit Vessel on him, so he was dead to rights, but they'll take out Felix Chaba. That's going to be a 1-for-1 so far. Both those heroes buying back. There's the Supernova with the Sunray. They'll look over at Flyby. He's up into the air. The Supernova goes off, but it's not going to matter as they'll get the kill on a Flyby. And now Vortex in on the 2, but they'll take out D-Stones. They will kill him quickly.
Yeah, he got gripped.
No buyback on those 3 heroes dead by RNG. The buyback comes to be worth it for X-Nova, and they will go into Roche. Let's see who takes the shard.
Yeah, I know that's what we spoke about. You're sure you killed the Bane, but where's your damage going to come from to kill anyone else? Like, at this point, it looks pretty damn... You know, it's only a 12k gold lead, but the way they itemized, I'm really not a big fan. Very defensively on, like, Lifestealer, Storm, Necro, all of them, really. No damage.
Interesting. Going shard Mars. Kebab.
Yeah, double spear.
Could make the kebab.
Yeah.
Silence on a God King. He'll use that rage. Inkswell on him. And they'll focus again the TB. Wonder how willing they are to just let him get hit up this time. It is just a 5-on-3. And there's the Sunder immediately. The kill on a God King. He's got buyback. I wonder if he'll use it. He might hold it unless they go for another set of racks. Or hold it for 20 seconds. Wait for the storm.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
EHOME, no reason to stop here.
No, not at all.
That Lifestealer buyback with the Storm could potentially turn the game. Well,
Hex
not
bounced.
around, but they could live, at least. Lifestealer buyback, now they run out right away.
Daedalus for the TV, and they're going to ball lightning in. They've got themselves the Electric Vortex with the BKB being popped. They'll go after the Terrorblade. They've got themselves the Aegis out of his hands, and now Yule's up into the air. XM trying to survive. The Soulbind's going to be on a Boltis Mars as well as the Death Prophet. They'll look over as Yule's is now thrown out onto God King, but that's going to be Lotus back. They've got the Reaper Scythe onto 2, almost killing XM, but it kills nothing. They continue forward, trying to take out TV, and they will. Sylar drops dead for 84. Chalice looking like he's going to be the dessert on this menu. He throws down an arena, but it's not going to be enough to keep God King away, and God King, well, he won't get the credit for the kill, but he certainly did the damage to really deserve it as Super takes it and gets the last hit.
Yeah, that TB illusion hitting a little bit too hard for Gorkin to get a kill, but it was a lifesteal buyback expended. And a fight without exorcism as well as Supernova. And no grip. And no meta. Nothing really. So the next time, if Lifesteal dies again, this game is over. It's a big window of opportunity for EHOME. And I'm sure they're gonna just respawn, take a time, probably like smoke up, do something like that, and then just try to look for a fight. Because a 5v5 with all ults up, they should be able to take quite convincingly.
Yeah, now that the buybacks have been used, we'll see. Certainly the win condition
is there.
Probably keep RNG a little bit more passive as well.
Yeah.
And I guess that becomes the question. Are EHOME going to be playing like they have in this series, where they've been a little bit more hesitant, they've been a little bit more patient, or are they going to use this lead that they should feel that they have and play more aggressively and look to finish the game rather than letting it finish?
Yeah. So, I mean, TB itemized into a Daedalus, so there is still potential to burst him. Like, I expected a Satanic, because, like, it's all about surviving the initial burst damage, right?
Right.
But, so he went for the Daedalus, a damage route. It's a riskier route, but if you find a good initiation, you're really just going to win the fight straight out. It's just, as I said, the scary part is he can get bursted. So maybe EHOME will be a little bit more passive, but they should know they're still quite far ahead.
I'd be disappointed if they waited all this time for Roche.
Yeah, I mean, if they just give time for Lifestealer, to get maybe one more item, get the buyback back, he can become a problem. Right now, he's not, because he can't fight a Terrorblade, but he gets 1 or 2 more items.
Could be dangerous.
He will be able to fight him.
And they've been able to kill the TB. It's not just that,
He's not unkillable.
It's honestly the Storm. The control. The Vortex has been there. The disruption in these fights has been pretty massive. I mean, the Vortex is, since he's picked up the Ags, I think has been on more than one hero about every single time.
Yep.
He's really disrupting quite a bit.
I think I underestimated a little bit how much damage his Dark Portrait deals.
So much damage.
Yeah, like Terrorblade should just die to himself.
Well, he got it, I believe, with the Soulbind, I want to say. So
Yeah,
he
he
had
got 2
2
of them.
heroes. Oh, Timeless Relic.
For the Storm, of course, why not?
Can you pass that over? You don't want to, though,
No, he
right?
needs it.
Yeah.
You get a 25% additional duration on the pull.
Does it give duration on the Dark Portrait?
No. Only on debuffs. But yeah, Storm now has like a mini black hole basically on like 15 seconds cooldown.
Could you imagine, though? 25% more on Dark Portrait?
It should just outright buff spells by 25%,
That's...
Not just spell damage or debuffs, but just every spell just 25% the numbers go up.
If you want to make it a tier 5, sure. I don't think tier 4.
That would be so funny, though. Like some spells would be like Metamorphosis suddenly gives like way more range.
Ooh, both of them got it. That would be a good tier 5 item, though.
Who's the spell prison going to go to? Alright, DP has it. But then the Timeless Relic who's going to go to? Phoenix? That's boring.
Bane.
That grip will never end. With the status resistance reduction from your Q,
Radiant's
as well as the... Wait, it still gives status resistance, right? Let me see.
Ooh, Yule stopping the TP. Flyby's been caught. Lotus, Arena, and the Aeon Disc gets popped. This is not good for Flyby. He's trying to survive as long as he can. His team's not coming. They've got the Hex. They have the Spirit Vessel. They have the damage and the kill.
Flyby, now better known as Die-By. Because he's dead.
I was going to go with just buy, because he's no longer flying.
Sure.
But I like yours better. Die by.
Thank you. I'm very good at coming up with these.
Seems like the equivalent to Pile Die. Fly
Die.
Die. Who else gets that in chat?
You mean with dying?
Yeah, like the nickname change.
I mean, Twitch has a bunch of names for every player. So like, that's like my main highlight whenever I watch Twitch. Just the names they give everybody.
Die, Fly Die.
One of my favorites is Poxon.
Poxon.
Oh, when he does a PogGem play. Smoke up. They have a 30-second window here to punish. Might need to expand the buyback.
Let's see if they can hold.
Oh, DD terribly. Ooh. With that meta, he's going to hit for like 700. Plus Daedalus.
He's been getting a lot of these double damages. They're going to go with the Arena as well as the Supernova immediately into the fight. They'll look over as they burned out Super. They get the cover of the Grim Stroke. He's going to buy back immediately, but they lose Felix Chalba. Look at the damage. Oh, great Vortex with the Soul Bind. Here's the Reaper Sights, but no! It's not going to be enough. I think the Nightmare helped out, and they will make sure that they wipe these heroes off the map. EHOME looking like they should be the ones who go ahead and take the series with the reverse sweep. Look at the damage with the double damage. The Terrorblade's hitting for so much. Oh, God, just melting these heroes, melting the buildings, and melting the hopes of RNG to winning this series. EHOME, they have played, I would say, 90% of this game pretty perfectly.
They did. And Xnova there with the sleep on the Terrorblade.
Oh, TB.
Whoa, the portrait!
All right, he buys back. They're still trying. They killed the Phoenix. Look at the
Triple
Bane.
kill.
I can't believe it. Super? Is he going to stop? They've got the TV back into the fight. They'll get the kill into D-Stones. They have the Arena down. They'll work on the throne, and they will get the victory.
GG!
Just a second. All right, if they didn't have buybacks there, that got interesting.
Yeah,
but they did.
A little bit sweaty.
Yeah.
A little bit, but yeah, no buybacks.
Oh, man.
On the important heroes,
Yeah.
Xnova seeing the deal there with the sleep on the Terrorblade when the Reaper came. Well done by him.
Right.
Yeah, I think Xnova, you know, he broke the game wide open for them. Picked up the Storm top, Lifesteal at bottom,
Yeah.
and did it like 2 or 3 times. Guy's a beast on his Bane.
Does that become now like one of those first phase bans for against EHOME when
it's
you
possible.
can't give up the Bane or like second phase or something like that?
Everyone has their own meta, you know. We'll have to see how it develops. But Xnova is...
Hey, it looks really good. A couple things that I really liked from him, but to break it down for you guys a little bit more, this Game 3 and the series, we've got the panel. Back over to you guys.